were a kid
Yes.
and you were eating gushers,
Yes.
did you ever bite open the gusher to watch, like, the, I don't know, juice or whatever on the inside just ooze out and then, like, lick it out and then eat the rest of the gusher?
I would squeeze it between my fingers.
You'd squeeze it between your fingers?
Yeah. And then it squirt in my mouth.
So you like it when it's squirted in your mouth? What was that?
That's what happened, okay?
So you admit
That
that you like things squirted in your mouth.
when I crush the gusher between my fingers, I let it squirt into my mouth.
Correction. So you admit that you like when you crush things and they squirt in your mouth.
No, only gushers.
Whatever you say.
Whatever you say.
I do agree, though, that the different colors do taste different, though.
Yeah, they should be different flavors.
Like the orange one.
I can't tell you exactly what they taste like, but like they're different.
It's not like they actually have like a taste, like a strawberry or a watermelon or whatever, but
Just whatever
they
chemical
taste different.
goo it is. Whatever chemical goo it is.
Yeah. We're eating a lot of chemicals.
A lot of things have chemicals.
Fair.
Literally everything now.
Oh.
Yeah. That's why there's a rise in cancer.
Probably.
It's likely. Too much unhealthy shit.
It's not really healthy. We're gonna all die one day.
Oh yeah. My grandmother's calling. Yeah. Okay, for the 6th time.
I finished all my gushers.
How sad.
I want to eat the other 2 packages of chocolate that I have in here, but I should save them for a rainy day when I'm gonna need them again. Do you ever wonder how they get the filling inside the gushers?
I assume, like, a needle.
A needle?
Yeah.
Like they just have a machine that's filled with gusher flavoring and they just put it in the gushers?
Awesome.
I mean, I guess like that could be why there's like that little sealed area.
Yeah. Or they fold it, they have like a mold, they put some juice in it, and they fold it over.
I could see that happening.
Yeah.
Anyway.
Anywho's.
Well, I think we should at least welcome people.
Well, hello, everybody.
Hello, everybody.
It's me, Trey.
And it is me, Jaden.
This is that. What's going on?
That's what's going
This is
on.
that. That is this.
You want to know what's going on?
So,
Nothing.
yeah.
Nope.
What a shame.
Not a damn thing.
What a shame.
Not a cotton picking thing. Do you ever wonder, like, about that phrase?
Cotton picking
Cotton
nigger.
picking minute or cotton picking thing?
Cotton picking nigger. That's how I've always associated it.
Well,
We
sometimes-
just got softer.
sometimes I'll say cotton picking minute, and I'm just like, do you really think that it takes a full minute to pick, like, one, I don't know, branch or whatever of cotton? Like, do you think, like, that's...
No
like,
clue.
that was
I don't even know
actual
how
phrase?
cotton works.
How what?
Like, I've never seen cotton, like, wild. So, like, I'm not quite sure how they
Never
grow.
seen wild cotton?
No.
Not even a picture?
I don't think so, to be honest.
Wowzer. Well, I will have to show you a picture.
I'm assuming it's just like a
It
bush, but like just shit on it.
Okay, so it grows. So a picture like a stalk, like it grows out of the ground,
Yeah.
and then like there are like, I don't know, like these weird leaves that like fold around it, and you have to take the cotton out from the middle of it, like when they open.
Okay.
Look up a picture. Or not? Or are you? I'm confused. Are you looking up a picture?
Yeah, I'm looking up. Okay. Maybe to do like a full thing, maybe. I don't know.
What?
Maybe not. I don't know. It could be difficult.
To pick cotton?
Yeah.
Do you see the picture?
Yeah, I see a picture.
You see what I'm talking about? Yeah.
Yeah.
So, I wonder if, like, a cotton picking minute, like, it actually takes a minute to pick
Oh, I never heard that phrase.
motherfucking cotton. You know what I'm saying, hombre?
Yeah.
Yeah, you do. I know you do. Anywho's. There's something that I was thinking about when I said bold-faced lie, right?
Okay, yeah.
And it made me think, like, is it called a bold-faced lie because, like, you're saying it with a straight face, you know?
I think it's more like you're being very bold with that lie. So you're telling it with the straight. Like, you have to
So, like, it's so absurd of a lie that...
And you're also trying to sell it so hard.
So it's like bold-faced lie.
Yeah. That's how I always took it as.
I took it as like you were saying it like with such a straight face that it was almost like you believed your lie.
Yeah, you're selling a lie so hard, like you're trying not to admit that you're lying.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. I get that. Get that.
Yeah.
Well, I don't know, man. You were a bold-faced liar then. You were trying to sell me your lie.
On what?
I'm just saying.
Oh.
So that makes you a liar. You're a motherfucking liar.
Me?
Yes.
Why?
I don't know. Because you had a bold-faced lie that you just did. Do you not listen?
What?
We just did all this. Clearly you don't listen.
Don't remember what you're calling me on.
Wow, zer.
I apologize.
No, you don't. You hate me.
I don't hate you.
It's fine.
That's what you're saying. That's what you're calling me a liar on, isn't it?
What?
Is that what you're calling me a liar on?
Is that why?
Is that what you were calling me a liar on?
Yes. I think.
See, you don't even remember.
I don't know. Anyway.
Wowzers.
So.
Yeah.
What's in the news?
Wowzers. I think we're going to have to restart this podcast.
Why?
Because, yeah.
Fucking hey, I'm gonna die. Sorry. Totally
She's playing, guys.
I'm
yeah.
dying,
Full efforts
actually.
right now.
I was just killed by a thorny dragon. Now how am I gonna get my RG? Alright. If y'all needed to know, I'm playing Ark while we're recording this podcast because I was in the zone.
Wait.
I don't like to be interrupted.
Wait.
What?
Wait. There has to be some silence.
For my death?
No.
By the thorny dragon?
We just need silence for a little bit. Hey guys, this is Trey. I have Jaden over here on the couch. This is what's going on. How's going on with you guys? Huh? Hey Jaden, how are you doing?
Why are you being weird?
Because we have to restart.
We don't have to restart. I say just fucking keep going.
Oh, okay.
Let it be crazy.
Yeah.
This is my life.
Okay.
I feel like you, of all people, should know this type of life.
Yeah.
You can edit some of it out. But keep the whole beginning.
Yeah.
Up until I got too distracted.
And then just be a massive cut to here.
Huh?
And just be a massive cut to here.
Yeah. Why the fuck not, man?
You might as well just start over.
No, I'm not starting over. That was a really good conversation on Gushers.
That was broken up 3 times.
Huh?
It was broken up like 3 times.
It was broken up?
Yeah. We had pausing and shit.
Well, whose fault is that?
Hey, my grandmother called.
Maybe we need a new mic. I'm just saying.
Nope.
How am I gonna get my dino, bro?
As you guys can tell, we have no plan at all for this one.
Nope. This week's gonna be a random ass episode.
Yeah.
So, we're just gonna talk.
Okay.
Let's just have a conversation.
Okay.
Let's just see how this goes. I feel like we could do it. It might be kind of boring, but I mean, you are a boring person. I wonder if the people who listen, like, who they prefer better.
Obviously, you.
That's not that obvious. Like, what if they like, the quiet, deep, like, dude, nasally type instead of the high-pitched, whiny sounding bitchy type or something. If you could describe my voice, how would you describe it?
White.
Whiny?
White.
Like a brat?
White.
Is that what you call me? Why are you whispering?
I'm not whispering.
It sounds like you're whispering from all the way over here.
White.
Oh, white.
White.
Oh. I do have a white girl voice.
Yeah.
Though, what is white or black voice? I feel like I don't sound white. I sound educated, actually. So, like, if you sound ghetto and uneducated, then you must be black. But if you talk the way that I speak, then you must be white. I know plenty of black people who talk the same way that I do. They're not white. I mean, me, it can be like, okay, I'm half white, but, like, whatever. But, like, it's not a black or white thing. It's an educated, uneducated thing. It's like a wannabe gangsta ghetto type thing to wanna be sophisticated and articulate. Why do I gotta sound white? Why can't I just sound like Jaden?
Sure, why not?
Right?
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
So then how would you describe your voice?
White, nasally.
You don't have a white voice. You have a nerdy voice.
Sure.
It's nice and deep, though.
Shaz.
It's cool,
Uh-huh.
I've been told, like, from, like, people that I've been in party chat on Xbox and stuff, that, like, I have a nice voice, but every single time I listen to myself, hate it. I think I sound ridiculous. I don't know why anybody in their right mind would want to listen to it. No idea.
Yeah, for sure.
All right, bud. You're doing a bang-up job. I love that stuff. Speaking of white and black, though.
Yeah.
Let's talk about the happenings and going-ons.
Of what?
Of interracial couples.
Well, what about it?
What are your thoughts on interracial
there should
couples?
be no thoughts.
It should be what?
To me, there should be no thoughts. Just let people love whoever they want to love.
I mean, I guess. But if that's the only thoughts that you have, this is going to be a very long podcast. Let me elaborate.
I mean, to me, I feel like there's not really much to elaborate. Like, what's up about it? Like, what's wrong about it?
I don't think there's anything wrong with it.
So,
but, like, why is there still a big stink about it?
Oh, because people are just assholes.
That's your only explanation?
Yeah.
People are just assholes?
Or if you want to say racist, I guess you can say racist, but, like...
Maybe not racist.
Because I also say it is people types, too, that, like, they just...
Like, God forbid there's a white guy and a black girl.
No, yeah.
Completely, like, everyone's like, wait, what?
Yeah.
Like, it's crazy.
Yeah.
But, like, not completely unheard of.
No, for sure.
But, like, okay, so for example, if a black man goes for a white guy, everyone's like, all the dudes are like, yo, that's awesome. Like, look at you. Snow Bunny, or whatever the fuck they're called. But then, like, all the women are like, what, you don't like black women? No. And I'm not, and that's not...
No, it goes all the ways.
I mean, yes, it goes other ways, but, like, I mean, there's also not to say, like, I understand why black women have a problem with it, but at the same time, like, if that's what people like, move on. Like, I'm sure there's somebody out there who would like a beautiful black woman. All you women, beautiful black women, you're amazing. Don't get mad at the dude just because he wants to go for somebody in a different race. If he doesn't like you, he doesn't like you. Move on. Find somebody who does. Who likes you for you. Like, their whole thing is, like, black women are ratchet or loud or da-da-da-da-da. But it's not just black women. It's all women.
It's all women.
Are loud.
Who it is. Well, like, I think it's more just, like, black women are more... I don't hold me to anything, but like I don't want to say aggressive, but they're more assertive. They're more assertive and want things a certain way.
They have
but like
to be.
they have to be. No, yeah.
I mean, half the time a black woman is the only one holding down the fort.
Oh yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like, they're the only ones that are like acting on their own, and they have to be aggressive and assertive and stand up for themselves, or else they're gonna be shoved down like they don't matter.
No, yeah.
And, like, what I hear a lot, though, is that,
But to me, Puerto Ricans can be just as bad, too.
Yeah.
So it's like, it all depends. It's like with anyone.
What I hear a lot is that people don't like, or, like, the reason why a black guy, or a white girl goes for a black guy is because it's, like, exotic. It's, like, or, you know, their parents, like, maybe... don't like, and they're being rebellious or something, like, and I've seen that happen. For sure. Absolutely.
Yeah.
But, like, I feel like, why can't everybody just love everybody? And I also hear that it's like black men don't find black women attractive. They only find white women, Puerto Rican, like, they're attracted to them, where black women
But you
aren't.
could say that for anyone, I would say.
You
like,
could say that
someone has a type,
for everyone, but I mean, if I don't know about the actual statistics and stuff, but, like, if you want to look at, I guess, what's being discussed or what's around social media and all that stuff, like, you typically don't see other races having a problem within their own race other than the black race. Like, you don't hear about, like, oh, white guys don't find other white girls attractive. You don't hear Asians don't think other Asian women are attractive.
The Asians kind of stick to themselves, too.
Whatever. And the same thing for, like, Hispanic people. Like, you know, Hispanic men don't say that Hispanic women are not attractive, but black men will go out and say that black women are not attractive.
It's depending on those
It's like
guys,
they like everything light.
Yeah.
And to me, it's crazy because it's like you're playing into what history has told you, that, like, if the lighter you are, the better you are. And so, like, men today are even sitting here thinking, like, the lighter women are the better women because for some reason it's, like, ingrained in their brains of somehow.
I don't want to say
even my own brothers, like, will go for a lighter girl, and they've even said that, like, they don't want to date black girls. They don't find them attractive. I was like, but why? What's wrong with them?
Find them attractive.
Huh?
You don't find them attractive. Like, I don't know. Like, I don't know.
Do you understand what I'm saying?
I understand what you're saying.
Do you see where, like, I'm going with this?
Kind of. It's ingrained.
What's confusing?
It being ingrained.
That's confusing?
Yeah.
Okay, black people were slaves.
I know that, yes.
And history has taught us that white men had said that because you're black, you're lesser than a person.
I understand that.
You're ugly. You're whatever.
Yeah.
So if you're white, you're better looking. You're just better.
Okay.
That's what was told to us.
Okay.
Well, you know, ancestors and stuff. So I feel like now, like, somehow, like, for those hundreds of years that the black race was enslaved, I feel like that I don't know, stigma is, like, still stuck somehow, like, in the brains that, like, black men, and I'm definitely not saying all black men. I'm not, like, but I'm saying, like, according to what I see every day, black men do not find black women attractive. And they find a lighter race, Hispanic or white, like, better looking. And it's just like, okay, but, like, why is it that they're better looking? Is it because they're light? Like, you don't find a dark black woman attractive? It's like they'll go for, like, the mixed girls, like, the light skins, like, all of them, like, But then it's the same thing, like with black women. They want to go for like the light skinned men rather than dark skinned men. Like not a lot of. I'm not saying not every black woman likes.
Yeah, I know what you mean.
You know what I mean? But like,
I don't. I guess I never thought it in that way. That like.
Well, you're Puerto Rican.
Yeah, but at the same time, like I don't know, like I kind of want to say no. I don't think like slavery has to do anything with it. But at the same time, like it could, I guess. I literally have no clue.
Black people are still trying to get reparations for that shit. So
I don't know.
I don't know. That's just how I see it.
Person to person thing.
I mean, it could be a person to person thing, but I feel like if you look at a majority, like I said, I'm not basing this off of like any numbers or anything.
To me, it also could be just like you're just tired of what's always around. You know, like most ghettos, you're just black people. You know what I mean? You grow up just surrounded by the same type of people. That like you just want to branch out.
I mean, that could be another theory. I'm just throwing out that was just my theory about.
I never thought about it. To me, I always took it as like whatever your preference is. Whatevs. If more black guys just happen not to like black girls.
I have no problem with people's preferences. What I'm just saying is
I would
that
say
like,
you can say that for any
there's
race.
more of a preference for a lighter skin tone than there is for a darker skin tone.
I guess.
I mean, like, if we go through, like, our Instagram or our Facebook, like...
Wow, it is mostly the same race.
Yeah.
No, you said it? I'm like, yeah, everyone's, like, mostly the same race.
Yeah.
Except for me.
Except for you.
Uh-huh.
Yeah.
Wow. You said it, yeah, like... wow.
I'm getting you thinking now, aren't I?
Like, yeah, I would say... one... Wow. I'd say there's only a handful, I would say, that are mixed couples.
Precisely. And they're lighter. One of them is like a light skin.
I guess.
And all the couples that I've seen, like, if I look at my Facebook right now, I think out of all of them, only 2, maybe 3 of them are dark skin couples. Everyone else is like there's at least one light skin, or both.
I don't know. Like I think that there's a lot of things like going
white.
to it. I don't know. So I feel like also like the black people who are like super proud of like who they are, like their history and stuff. They would be more towards getting like a black significant other just because like they want it for that empower. Like you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like the black power type shit.
I feel like it's going to change a little bit more now, like especially with like our generation.
Yeah.
Like our children and stuff. I don't know, because you know, like the black power is like more the significant people that want like that knowledge. So like you know they will, but at the same time, like
I don't know. But I feel like all races do it, so it's like you can't really fault.
I don't really see other races doing it as much.
What do you mean? Like Puerto Ricans are always with white girls.
Yeah, but they're also like a lot more with other Puerto Ricans.
To me,
or other Hispanic race. It may not just necessarily be like a Puerto Rican and Puerto Rican. It could be a Puerto Rican and a Spaniard, or it could be a Dominican with a Guatemalan or Mexican or something. But you know what I mean? Like it's not like
it's not really the same Spanish.
It's not. It's Hispanic. Go with other Hispanics. It may not be the specific type of Hispanic, but you know, I mean, I don't know. It's kind of crazy, right? I wonder if it's like a dad thing, like the fathers, like the sons see the fathers, or like the daughters see the mothers, like with a certain type, so like they kind of gravitate. Cause like my brothers followed in my dad's footsteps. You know what I mean?
Yeah, I know what you mean, but at the same time, like, I don't know.
But then my aunt, like, the men that she's seen are black men.
Yeah.
Like her mother. Where, like, my uncle and my father went for lighter skin. And my grandma is lighter than my grandfather.
I think it all depends on what kind of life you had.
I mean, I guess. It's kind of crazy, though. Like, when you really get thinking into this stuff, like, it's kind of crazy.
I don't really think about it because it doesn't matter to me.
What are you going to tell your children?
Oh, well, whoever.
Are you gonna show them certain things?
What do you mean?
Like, I don't know. I feel like a lot of stuff is like shoved in our faces when we're children. So like,
I mean, my mom with me was very just like, obviously my mom's white, so like she was just like, obviously like race doesn't matter. It's always been, I don't know, she's always been very open and like open thinking, I should say.
yeah.
Where like there's not much where like my mom will be like, oh my god, but like you treat others how you want to be treated, and just that's pretty much it.
My parents were kind of like the same way.
Like everyone's the same. Some people just happen to have a little shittier life than you, or they might have a better life than you, but we're all the same.
I wonder, like, what qualifies as a shitty life? Like, aside from the obvious, like, being homeless or, like, having no food and all that stuff, da 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 da. But, like, I guess, like, I shouldn't say, like, everyday society, but, like, you know, like, some people say, like, oh my god, my life sucks, but, like, you look at them and they're just like,
yeah.
What? Like, I want to know, like, what qualifies as a shitty life for those people.
Oh, for the people that have not a shitty life.
Yeah.
Oh.
Like they walk by a homeless person and seeing that he has no place to live, barely has any food, is collecting change on the side of the road, but they have a shitty life. Like, do you not think do you think your life is worse than worse than this person's?
They don't put everyone in perspective. They're just saying what they think of their own life.
I mean, I guess.
It's not really a full perspective when they say things like that. It's more just saying that how in the life that they're living, this is a shitty thing in their life, in other people's lives.
I feel like you shouldn't really say that, like, your life, like, maybe it's shitty in the moment, but, like, you shouldn't say that your entire life is shitty, because, like, and I always try and think about that when I, you know, like, when I,
yeah, I don't
like, think about, like, bad things that happen to me, and just, like, I could be a lot worse.
Yeah, for sure, yeah.
It's kind of crazy.
It's all a matter of perspective.
And it's also, like, it's, like, one of those things, okay, like, I saw a post on Facebook, and it said something along the lines of, like, we care about, like, I don't know, like, women's bodies or something along those lines, and, like, that's, like, an issue, but, like, homelessness and, oh, no, it wasn't that, it was about prisons. So it said that the prison system, like, you could have a child rapist get 3 hots and a cot every day, and it should, like, that's, I guess, I don't know, like, that's not a concern, that, like, these people, like, they need to get fed and da-da-da-da-da, yet you have millions of homeless people, or you have, you know, mothers who are struggling with their kids, and the people think that, like, they don't deserve welfare, or whatever, so they would much rather have their taxes go into prisons, where people like child molesters get their meals and a place to sleep and all that stuff, yet these homeless people and,
I mean,
and
if you want to,
these people
you want
don't
me to play
deserve your
devil's
money.
advocate, you want the people. What do you want to do with people that are arrested?
I say
You want them put somewhere, right? Locked up somewhere. Like, you want some kind of shelter, put them away.
yeah.
Well, okay, you can
They don't
do that.
They don't deserve 3 meals. You can give them 1 meal a day, and you
Well,
can give them a 4x4 cell with no bed. Like, why do they have to be comfortable and living luxury?
Because there's humane
in
laws.
a prison.
I mean, there's
And then
people too.
But
There are
people
people too, though.
But people don't want their money going towards homeless people or to women on welfare who are struggling to try and just make ends meet for their children and just have a place to stay. But you don't want your money going to them, but you would much rather give it to people who can have a hot shower and 3 meals and a bed and recreation and get to go to school in prison. Like,
you want a reform system, no? Or are these people just set in stone? They're guilty. You know what I mean?
Honestly, I know everybody makes mistakes, but I feel like if that was your choice, then you should, like, you made your bed, so lay in it.
So what do you call that? Like, what's the least bad thing you can do to acquire that type of life?
I would say maybe, like, would you say animal cruelty is below drug dealing or above drug dealing? Is it drug dealing animal cruelty, or is it animal cruelty drug dealing?
I mean, drug dealing comes with a law, so it's kind of like what kind of drugs?
Those two are my bottom.
Okay.
You like a drug dealer because you are purposely giving people things that I don't care. I don't care if these people want it. You're providing it. You know what you're doing.
But what if you're providing for your family?
That's a terrible way to provide. It's called a fucking job.
The only way.
I've literally been on Indeed, and there are thousands of jobs that require no experience.
That's in this place alone, but there's other places in America where, like, shit's not that easy. Especially in a rough neighborhood where shit's already rough as it is to go out. You
condone selling drugs if it feeds your family.
Sometimes you gotta do what you gotta do to feed your family.
I don't see it, no. That's what the welfare system is for.
Yeah, but the welfare system is always fucked up, and the people who really do deserve it don't get shit.
Now it's fucked up, but if we're in your scenario...
Oh, if it's me...
If you're
talking about just us...
If we're in the scenario that I was just talking about, and you said what is the minimum that somebody has to do to get that... Like, that's it, they're done. Like, in that scenario, like, the welfare system wouldn't be fucked up because... The people aren't going to... Like, people who went to jail for fucking weed. Like, for selling weed.
Yeah.
Or for smoking.
Yeah.
Who the fuck cares? It's legal now. Yeah. Like, those people, like, their families struggled because of something like that. To me, that's not worth the time that they got. That's not worth anything.
Okay.
But, like, if you're... Like, stuff like heroin or, like... or cocaine, or, like, that type of stuff, like, the hardcore shit, like, if no one ever provided it, then nobody would have it, other than, you know, like, the drugs from, like, surgeries and stuff, you know what I mean?
I guess.
I don't know. All I'm saying, though, is that, like, the people who deserve to be in jail, to me, are... Animal
I'm talking about people who deserve to be having no bed and one meal a day in a 4x4 room.
Animal abusers, child molesters, and rapists of all kinds. Murderers. Drug dealers.
Whoa. Like, I don't know, for me, drug dealers and killers are two separate things.
Drug dealers provide killing... things.
Sure.
Oh, and pimps. What else? I guess serial killers gets looped in with murderers, right? Any type of killing of any kind, I suppose. And not just child molesters, child abusers. Because how can you hurt a child? Like, on purpose?
What if they were hurt as a child?
Huh?
What if they were hurt as a child? And that fucked them up for the rest of their lives.
And?
That fucks people up sometimes. Like, I'm not saying they're not at fault for it because they did what they did.
I 100% understand and realize how much, like, somebody's childhood affects them into adulthood. But to me, like, there are two ways that you can go about it. You can either repeat the cycle, which... What are you doing? You're not doing anything. You could have overcame your trauma and you decided to not.
But some is too severe where they can't, without help, they can't get over it.
Trauma,
so that's what usually
most
happens.
of the cases where the trauma is too severe, the people don't end up married with children, okay? They end up in an institution because they're so fucked up in the head. But, like, if you're abused as a child and you turn around and abuse your child because you were abused, how does that make anything better?
Yeah.
It doesn't. And it's not to say, like, I mean, I'm going to school for social work. I understand, like, this is the world that we live in and that shit happens. And it's not to say that, but, like, my whole point is that, like, the penal system treats their criminals better, or I should say the government treats their criminals better than they do their population who are actually trying to who actually do need the assistance and the funds that are provided for. And then the worst part is that, like, people have, like, private jails, like, private prisons that are run by, like, just people with a lot of money.
Yeah. Like,
what? I'm like, if those aren't funded by your taxes, fine, do that. But, like, if a huge percentage of our taxes are going towards, like, and not the privately funded ones, but, like, I don't know, federal ones or whatever, like, that's kind of ridiculous. I don't know. That's just how I see it, bro.
Yeah.
Good talk, bro. You're really bad at this. Do you think that, like, people who get abortions should go to jail? Like, you know how, like, they're trying to do that thing, like, if you get an abortion, then you're gonna get arrested or something like that?
If it's past whatever date where it's, like, considered a baby, then yeah, I guess.
Oh, what's considered a baby?
I don't know, whatever they defined it as.
Which is some people
3 months
said,
or some shit.
Some people define a baby as when they have a heartbeat, which is only a couple weeks in.
Well, whatever. I know there's a law somewhere that, like, after so many weeks or so, they're like, alright, it's considered a baby now. But, like, I don't know what it is. So whatever the government has decided already.
Why should the government decide when a person can get an abortion?
Well, I'm not saying that it should at all, but, like,
I'm saying, like,
it is how it is.
Like, second or third trimester, dude, you've had, like, months.
Yeah.
So, no. But, like, I would say, like, the first... the beginning of the first trimester, I'd say, like, 2 months.
You'd say everything, say, a month and a half, then. I don't know. Well, like, after a certain amount of time, then, like, okay. But,
I mean,
like,
after a certain amount of time, like, if it has, like, all of its limbs and, like, it's starting to grow its face and all that stuff.
Let's say there's just, like, a body.
I mean,
like
an actual body, not like a little, like...
It's a little embryo thing, though.
Not like, you know, like a, I don't know, an apricot size or something, but, like, something bigger, like...
Yeah.
Like a... I don't know. I don't even know. Anyway, but at the same time, like, I feel like it shouldn't be the government's choice what a woman wants to do.
No.
But I do, like, I 100% support, like, if it's after a later time, like, it's kind of like murder at that point. But, like,
well, it's past the point where you're like, oh no, there's kind of like a baby in there.
I'm pretty sure, like, the law is trying to get rid of abortion altogether. So if you have an abortion, you go to jail. It doesn't matter if it's within, you know, the first couple weeks.
Yeah.
Abortion, you go to jail.
That's ridiculous.
That's fucking ridiculous.
So does that mean they're gonna stop selling Plan B?
No.
That's not considered abortion?
I don't know. I don't think so. Because if it's the morning after pill, so it's...
The baby can be conceived by then, no?
It can be conceived, I guess, but
That's
it's not... But, like, it's still, like, an egg.
Yeah.
It's not...
It could be fertilized.
It doesn't even come close to having a heartbeat.
No, but it could be fertilized by then. It could be fertilized by then.
Yeah, I mean, being fertilized is different than
That's
actually...
the beginning of being a baby, no? Like, I'm just being devil's advocate. Like, I'm not... Like, I don't believe in this at all. Like, I believe that you can do whatever you want with your body, as long as it's within a reasonable amount of time. But, like... I'm sure some people would be like, "Oh no, as soon as it's fertilized, that's a baby," which is
no. I don't know. I honestly haven't taken that close of a look at what they're trying to pass, but I do know that like abortion, like
that's crazy.
Yeah, if you don't have a vagina, I don't know, like, and you're not a female, if you can have a child grow in your stomach. I mean, sorry, if you cannot have a child grow in your stomach and you have a penis, you should not be telling a woman what she can do.
I think it's more like
a body.
People throw the fucking religion around, and they try to shove that shit down everyone's throat.
Absolutely, religion has something to play.
I think that's the only reason. I think that's the only reason why there's a debate about it, because religion's the only thing that fights it.
Religion and politics should have nothing to do with each other.
For sure.
But that's like the only play that like they have is that like it's against God. Well, who the fuck said that God is sitting in the Senate seat? Like, what does religion have to do with...
How does that have to do with your life? Live your life how you want to live it. Let other people do what they want.
That's why, like, I don't understand, like especially, like, I don't like to go into religion, and I'm not going to go that in depth with it, but I don't understand, like, why the people who throw religion around, like, how what other people are doing affects them.
Yeah.
It kind of comes to, like, okay, one of my games that I was playing, Assassin's Creed Valhalla.
Mm.
Wait, no, that wasn't it.
Awesome.
It was, honestly, I don't remember which game it was, but, it was that one. Yeah. Greedfall.
Yeah.
I was playing Greedfall, and they had 3 factions. One was dedicated to science, one was kind of like an exploratory one that kind of tried to keep the peace, and they were like a bunch of merchants, and then another one was like a religious factor. And literally, like, you guys all come to this island, and the only reason that the religious people went to the island was to convert the islanders.
No.
Because they said that there's only the one God of light, like, the pagans can't, blah, blah, blah.
Yeah.
I'm like, but who the fuck decided that your religion is better than anybody else's?
For sure.
Why do you feel like you have the right to convert other people?
Yeah.
And so to me, it's kind of like the same thing like with this whole abortion thing, like, and like the religious factor of it is like, who the fuck gave you permission to say, oh, you can't do that because I don't believe in it?
Yeah.
So then you don't do it.
Yeah.
What does that have to do with me?
For sure.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
It's just fucking nuts.
The religion just isn't everything, and it's ridiculous.
Religion is an excuse for people to do excessive things to other people.
Yeah.
Like, look at, like, the Crusades and all that stuff.
Yeah, for sure. Many people have died in the name of God.
And who said that's what he wanted?
Yeah.
I can't, like, religion is, like, a really hard topic, because I can go in on religion, but it's not safe.
I don't want to say not safe. There is good points to it, but, like, people are just blown out of proportion.
People interpret it how they want to.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Because to me, like, what I know religion to be is more like, God loves you, God loves everyone, and you should just
so why
like
you gotta
everyone.
hate everybody?
Yeah, like, we're in this together, so let's do this together, and let's come together and just hope for better things. That's how I think religion is.
That's how I think it should be seen?
I think it's more like a guidelines to life more than like, we gotta live through these rules. Like, you should... To me, it's basic rules. Just treat everyone the same, and just... That's pretty much it. Treat others how you want to be treated. Yes.
I hear you.
Yeah.
150%.
And if people aren't down to the things that you like, they don't have to. They don't have to like it.
That's like...
It's okay to like your own thing.
That's what's so irritating. It's like, people don't have to like the things you like. Or, like, people don't have to do the things you do. Why are you trying to force it on other people?
Yeah. Like, I'm just trying to live my life, you live your life. Like, if I ask questions about things, then you just like, alright, well, he's asking questions, let me bring things up. Okay, but, like, if nothing about religion was mentioned, keep it that way.
It's literally, like, the ultimate peer pressure.
Yeah. Yeah.
Definitely. And, like, why do they have, like, schools? Like...
Learn God. You can
but
learn the right way.
What if their children don't want to go to these schools? Like, why would you force your children
no
to
children
do things they don't
schools,
want?
obviously.
Like Catholic schools?
That's only because you did it, or you're religious and you want your children to do it. That's the only reason there's schools.
What about boarding schools?
I don't... to me, boarding schools are just schools and you get sent to that's far away.
Do you think children should have boarding schools. You know, boarding schools like started like way back when, and it was really like it was like an all boys school and all girls school, and like it was literally
it was for the privileged, right?
It was mostly for the privilege, but it was to teach the women how to be quiet, how to sip tea, how to embroider, how to do the proper lady things, quote unquote. I'm doing air quotes.
Yeah.
And then the men, it was, you know, to talk, they would learn, like, the mathematics, the writing, the science, the reading. Like, they would do that stuff. Yeah. So, like, boarding schools now, I don't know how they are now, but,
I'm assuming they're just schools that you can be sent to.
Because I know, like, Miss Porter's is still open.
Yeah.
Which is an all-girls school.
Like, I don't know, I guess it all depends.
But, like, why would you want to go to an all-girls school? Maybe, I feel like you'd be more rebellious.
That's how I would take it too. Well, like, I don't know. Maybe it did fix some people. I don't know.
Would you ever send your child to boarding school?
Unless it was kind of like a thing that, like, there's a program there that they're really into, that they really want to do because it's like what they want to do with their lives. And if I have the money, I'm like, okay, if this is gonna help you get where you want to be, okay. Well, like, just for me, just like, your problem, you gotta go, or just like, we don't have time for you, so you're just gonna go there. No, not at all. If it's for the betterment and they want it, then yes. But if it's just for me, that's
what
just...
child would say, oh, I want to go to a boarding school?
Like I'm saying, like, I'm not sure what a boarding school is either, but I do feel like it has to be better than public school.
I feel like
it's better education.
Because they're more private.
Yeah.
Probably. But
I would assume it's better education.
I don't know. I mean, I'm sure they do have, like I know Miss Porter's is an extremely prestigious school. But, like, to me, it's like...
Yeah, boarding school, like, I have no clue. It could be something completely else. Like, I have no clue what a boarding school is.
Jeez.
Because even Catholic school sounds crazy to me. Like, you just go to school all day to learn about God. Like,
dude,
what?
I should, like, call my mom and have her talk about Catholic school.
And then you learn...
She went to Catholic school.
Other things in between, like, real things you should be learning. But, like, mostly it's just God.
I did go to Sunday school. It was mostly just during church, though. Or, like, right before church or after church. Something like that. I don't know. But, I went to Sunday school.
Like, I've actually been to church maybe to attend a service. Maybe once or twice.
When was the last time?
I mean, last time I was in one was for, like, a funeral. So that was a couple years. Oh, no. The last time I went to a church was for a wedding. That was probably about 5 years ago.
Oh, jeez.
6 years ago.
Wow.
Maybe 7? I don't know. But, like, church has never been a thing in my life.
Would you get married in a church?
I would rather... If I don't have to be, like, baptized or to be indoctrinated or anything. Because I know some churches, like, you both like, have to be, like, not members, but you have to at least church, be...
I don't know about, like, Catholic or, what's another one? Protestant. I think you might... I don't know if you have to convert.
Yeah.
I know Judaism? I know, like... Well, I don't know if they both have to convert, but either way, I know that the children take the mother's religion.
Well, yeah, it's like, if I don't have to convert, I have no issues with it. I'd rather not, to be honest. It's like, to me, like, the entire up, down. Oh,
that's a Catholic service, though.
Oh, I've been to one of those.
Yeah. That's just a Catholic. Yeah, my aunt got married in a Catholic, and had a Catholic service. No, that is annoying.
That's crazy.
Yes.
Yeah. I feel like that's one of the ones where you would have to be, like, at least be called a Christian, like, baptized and all that.
I don't know if you have to be baptized.
I don't know, but, like, if I don't have to commit, then yeah. But if it's something where, like, oh no, you're gonna have to convert, I'm okay. I don't want to be associated with any religion. I'm okay.
Wait, so are you an atheist? Or are you just spiritual? Or are you just... What's the word when you... Not necessarily don't believe in anything, but, like, you just don't have... Like...
I hope that there's more to this after... Like, I hope there's something after death.
Yeah.
But, like, most likely, this probably is it.
Do you believe in reincarnation?
If anything, that sounds somewhat realistic, because, like, the way energy works, like, it has to go somewhere, so why not recycle it? And then there's some people who are like, the reincarnation.
Or like, there's some people that, like, remember, like, things
the little
from,
kids
like...
know specific little things.
Oh, did you hear about that little kid who, like, who visited the replica of the Titanic, and he went to the boiler room, and he's just like, "This is where I died." No. There's literally like a kid who like visited with his parents, and he's just like, "This is wrong. It was on the other side," and I.
Okay, one more time.
Oh boy, the little boy, yeah. He was like, oh, like this is wrong. This is on the other side or something like that, and then he's like, I died over here, and or something like that. Yeah, I'm just like, dude, I totally believe in reincarnation, but I feel like. Because I don't know if it's everybody, because wouldn't everybody have those thoughts and stuff? So I feel like it's your choice. Like, if you want to go back, then you can, or if you just want to, stay up there, then you can stay up there. Or, if you can go back whenever you want, but, if you want to, chill for a second, you can chill for a second,
I guess. Or you could also take reincarnation as in, the cycle of life. Like, you're born, you grow, you die, then you go back to the earth. And
then you wait until the earth releases you again.
And then you become a plant because your dead body decomposes. Plants come from your body, and then little animal eats that, and then the animal eats that, and that chain of events
until eventually you become a human again.
Not necessarily, but
So you believe
I'm talking about that energy going
could be
that
anywhere.
Way. And the energy is
you could become anything.
If you want to take it crazy with it.
I'm trying to see how you're taking it.
I'm talking about reincarnation could be your energy is going to the ground, that energy would then be made into a plant that be transferred to one animal to the next.
So then what is your energy?
It's just that natural energy.
So then how do you become a person again?
You don't. It's not
clearly some people have.
Yeah, but I'm talking about if reincarnation was meant different way, not literally becoming something, literally your consciousness becoming something else. It's just your energy is just transferred around in the circle of life.
So aren't people included in the circle of life?
Yeah, we're born.
So wouldn't they also at some point wouldn't your energy be converted back into a person?
Yeah, if a person eats you. That's what I'm trying to get at. It's that kind of natural energy.
But that's what I said before, and you said no.
No, because I wasn't meaning people eating people. I just meant
I'm not saying people eating people.
I don't know.
I just said until eventually you become a person, and you said no.
No, because you don't become a person again. The energy is just being
I'm not
transferred
saying you
around.
go right to a person.
No, I'm talking about not at any point, no.
Well, you can't just be a person and then convert all of your energy and never end up back in a person.
What I'm talking about is the chain of life. Say eventually
chain of life includes
we
people.
Eat a cow. Cow eats the grass, and then we eat, and then we die again, and we eat, but the energy. I don't know. I'm not.
So you're
I
saying
didn't think
that
this
we
through,
die,
so I don't.
and we're in the ground, and our energy goes into the ground, and then say an apple tree sprouts from our energy, and then our energy is transferred into the tree, into the apple. Somebody eats, or maybe a apple falls and a bunny eats the apple, and then I don't know, a fucking.
It's a
the
mixture
rabbit
of energies.
dies, and then a bunch of beetles eat it, and then we get eaten by a bird, and then
yes,
the bird dies, and then we get eaten by a coyote, and then the coyote's killed by the person, and his bones or whatever its meat is used for fucking jerky, and now a person eats it. And what if they have a baby? And so wouldn't your energy go into the baby? Boom.
Yes, but I'm not talking about your singular energy is the source of the multiple things. Of just it comes into all energy dies at some point, and it all converts. They come together, then it's distributed to make new things, and that the energy to get distributed from there. You're not a whole being. You're just out there.
I like my version better.
Sure. And then eventually, to me, if anything, it would end. The energy would end.
You think there's one pool of energy in the middle of the earth that just distributes everywhere? So it's not necessarily you. It's just
absorbed
all
by
energy.
the earth. It's absorbed by the earth by you decomposing.
Well, that's what the Indians believe.
Yeah, it's not your same. It's not the same energy, but your being absorbs into the earth, and then everything's just spread out.
Well, I want to be a tree. When I die.
Well, you get part of whatever's around you. Well, hopefully there's trees around you.
No, I'm actually being put in one of those cocoons that grows a tree.
Yeah.
Yeah. And I want it to be like an apple tree or something, so people will eat me. So I can literally say, bite me. Yeah. Way to not be excited about that. So boring. Anyway.
Anyways.
That was excessive.
Yeah.
It's a lot of energy.
Yeah.
You're hopeless. All we get is yes from you. A brief description and then more yes.
Yeah.
Or silence.
For sure.
Well then. I think it's a good place as any to wrap this up then. We had a lot of points.
It's spread out.
It was spread out. We talked about fucking gushers. And then fucking chemicals and stuff. We talked about interracial relationships. And then just kind of like a brief race in general. And then like prison reform and abortion and religion and energy. Lots and lots of energy.
Wow.
And I think it was a pretty productive episode.
Yeah. Very productive.
Well, productive for me. I had a lot to say. It's not my fault that you don't really have much to say.
I haven't really thought about things. Some things.
You don't think on the spot?
No, because if I never thought about it, I would have never thought about it. So it's like, they make a thought about it on the spot. It's kind of like, it doesn't matter. I didn't think about it to begin with, so it's not going to make it matter after this.
So that just means that you don't think about it while we're talking about it because it won't matter afterwards?
Well, that's the only time I have to think about it. So it's like, to me, to give you like an answer, it's like, I got to think about it a little bit. So like, on the spot, I'm just like, sure.
Well then, I should write that down in your list of weird things.
If I don't care about, I truly don't care about things. If I truly don't care about, I'm focused on.
I feel like you don't really have to care about things to have an opinion. I feel like that's just how the world is. Like, they may not even really care about things, but everyone at least has an opinion. Even if you don't really care about it. Like, you have a thought about it.
Yeah.
You really just, like, block everything out.
I only care about what I care about. Everything else, if it doesn't affect me, I do not care.
But this stuff could affect you.
It doesn't, though.
But it could. Which is all the more reason why you should think ahead about it. So then if you were ever caught in that type of situation, you already have a thought about
like
it.
Like what?
Hmm?
Like what?
Like, what if you decided to sell drugs and went to prison? Wouldn't you wish you didn't have such a long sentence? Or would you wish you were, I don't know, what if,
I feel like even if there was shitty conditions to go to prison, people would still be going to prison. So, like, you know what you're setting yourself up for as soon as you do the crime. So, no matter if it's hospitable or not, you did the crime, so, like, you're expecting shit anyways.
It's still a thought.
Yeah.
Come on, man. You're better than this.
But to me, a lot of things are just, like, it's not that it's not worth talking, but it's just, like, you can talk about what you want, but, like, the government, everything's going to be how everything's going to be. Your opinion is your opinion, of course, but, like, what's it get you?
It gets you other people to talk about it with.
Oh.
Maybe that's what it means to be alone.
I don't.
You don't have to care about other things because you have no one to talk about things with, so you have nothing to think about.
But to me, like, it's not that it's boring conversation, but, like, if I ask someone else what they think about prison reform, I don't care because what they think could be different than what I think, but, like, it doesn't matter because we have no foot in the game. So, like, what we think doesn't matter. So to have just to talk about it doesn't really matter because, like, we can talk about all we want, but nothing's gonna change. So, like, what are we talking about?
It's just the fact that you're talking with
I guess just to have a talk.
Point,
I guess that's the thing that misses me.
It's more so you you have a better understanding of the people that are around you. Like, if you have somebody, like, say that you're a black person and you have a non-black friend and they tell you that they don't care about Black Lives Matter. They don't care that black people want, justice and, equality and to stop being persecuted and all that. If they tell you they don't care, do you want that person around you? Like, you don't care about my life and my safety. Like, it's and it's not just all negative, obviously, because, I mean, like, but that was just my example. Like, it's just to get to know people better and know where people stand, and you have a better idea of who you're really interacting with. It's, like, yes, it's also just conversation. No, it doesn't fucking matter, because what you talking about it isn't going to change what's happening, but the fact of the matter is it's still informative. You're learning something new, whether it's about the actual topic or if it's about the person. Like, life isn't just to sit there and be idle. In my opinion, in life, you should never be satisfied staying stagnant in one place. And that the same thing goes for learning. Like, if you don't want to constantly learn, even if it's like the smallest thing, like having a different type of conversation than you normally would, like, to me, that you're still learning something. So, like, if your only goal is to know what you know and not want to further any type of other ideals or anything like that, then, like, what kind of life is that?
Well, to me, is
to live.
Like, use the Black Lives Matters for the thing. Like, obviously Black Lives Matter, so, like, of course it should be supported. So to me, like, to have a conversation that it shouldn't is dumb in itself, and, like, I don't want to, like, you're, like, that's just a dumb conversation. If you don't support it, that's just dumb. That's how I see it.
That's not what I was saying. What I'm talking about is, like, at that point, yeah, the conversation may be dumb, but, like, now you know something about this person. Now you don't need to associate with that person anymore if you choose not to.
At the same time, I feel like you can learn that through other ways without, like, major statements like that. To me, that's a major statement. You know what I mean?
But some people just don't do that. Like, you may think that this person was an entirely different person. They were cool with a whole bunch of people, and then they come out and say stuff like that.
Then you didn't know who you were dealing with.
But that happens all the time. That's the thing.
I'm sure there was signs ahead before that you would have been like, oh, like, if you thought about it, like, all together, like, oh, I guess it makes sense.
Okay, but we are talking about you. You and signs don't really go hand in hand all the time.
I judge people through other ways. I have my own methods of checking people out that I rely on.
How'd you check me out? How did you know? Are we listening, everyone? I want to know. How did Trey know that I was a good person?
Oh, just small interact. Like, to me, it's obviously this regular interactions, like, just be normal around a person and then see how they are, and then I don't know, like, I do it weird. Like, I have to be around the person and see how they are.
You're not answering my question.
How they deal, like, I don't know, like, cause this is how I do in general, is just, like, how they deal with other people when we're out in public.
Okay,
like,
but I said, what about me, not other people, not everybody else? Like, when you first started associating with me, Jaden, hello.
Just being around you.
So what were signals that you're just like, oh, yeah, she's a good person?
I can't tell you the specific ones.
So then how do you know you have them?
Because at the time I don't even know what you're asking me anymore. Because it's like, I don't have any, like, yes, from beginning hanging out with people, I get a sense of who they are, and then I go from there. Like, there's not, like, key things that I remember. Okay. Well, but yeah, I knew from the, give me a couple of days with you, then I'll know how I stand with you, and then I go from there. I can't give you any specifics where I'm like, oh yeah, she's like, I'm just not like, oh yeah, she's a good person. Like, I'm gonna stick with her.
Who's to say I am it's a just good person? What if I'm really good at playing good?
Well, it means I fucked up in a year and a half then. If I couldn't tell.
Yarozos. Like, what if secretly in my spare time I burn children's toys?
Well, I would have liked to think that I would have saw that by now. If I didn't, then I guess I fucked up.
I'm a children toy burner. Steal it from their house and burn them.
Oh, yeah.
Anyway.
Anywho.
Good to have some more insight about you, Trey.
Yeah.
It's always interesting.
I'll wrap it all up. I don't like having dumb conversations. It's a waste of my time. If you're going to talk about something, let's talk about something real.
So we just wasted your time, you're saying?
No.
Wow, everyone, we just wasted Trey's time here. So sorry that your time is so fucking precious that you couldn't be bothered to talk about subjects that are important to a lot of people. Because you couldn't give a shit.
Hello.
Good to know. Well, guys, you know where to find us. Share it with your friends. Sorry for Trey.
Haha.
Anyway. Email us your listener stories.
Yes, we're doing that.
Comments or questions.
Not next episode. Well, in 2 weeks.
Let's just play it by ear.
Play it by ear.
If we give it time frames, it's not a good time.
I thought we were doing it every 7 episodes.
Yeah, well, we were. And we'll see what happens.
Okie dokie.
All right. Well,
send them in.
Send them in. That's what's going on. Podcast at gmail.com. Yep. Follow us on Instagram, Facebook. Join our group on Facebook. Tell your friends. YouTube.
Tell your family.
Spotify.
Tell your siblings.
Apple. Google.
Tell your cousins.
Tell your brothers, sisters, nieces, nephews, aunts, uncles.
Even if you have multiple devices, play it on all devices.
Play it on all the devices.
Whether you listen or not,
put it on all at the same time on different like places.
Yeah.
Just play them all.
Just play.
You got this, guys.
Yeah.
We love you.
For sure.
More so me. Trey couldn't give a shit. Exactly. Well.
Should have known this after the first episode.
That's what's going on.